Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome everybody, Chris back with another session of Scentland, and this time we are looking at a flanker of a classic I have recently reviewed, Lapidus Pour Homme by Ted Lapidus from 1987, and there are several flankers to that classy, eternal piece of art that Lapidus Pour Homme is. And one of the flankers is, and the best flanker, let me tell you in advance, has been released in 2015. And it's kind of a bland name, right? It's kind of a weird, even misleading name. Lapidus Sport. Lapidus Pour Homme Sport. I'm sorry, there you go, you know. It's the same packaging, very similar packaging, obviously different colors and this see-through bottle so you can see the juice there, but the shape of the flacon and somehow the design of the box is reminiscent to the original, which I'm going to show you, you know, here, right here. There you go. So we're talking about basically the same shape bottle with the same spray and all that. And that's about all the similarities that there are between the two fragrances, because this one is not a fresher one of the original or a more citrusy one of the original. It's this one. I would have called this fragrance Lapidus Pour Homme Bloom and not Sport, because Sport nowadays, especially if you release a sports fragrance 2015, everybody is expecting some citrusy, minty, aquatic kind of, maybe vetiver, kind of woody, sweet stuff. This is not really that category, okay? This is an absolutely brave release by the house of Ted Lapidus, and I'll tell you why. So, apart from the kind of misleading name, everything is perfect in this fragrance, at least for those who love these type of floral fragrances, classy, soapy, floral. This is what Lapidus Pour Homme Sport is all about. Sprayed it on here. It's some dynamic colors, right, with the see-through bottle and the red and white, and it's dynamic in your hand. It's classy 80s design, you know, with a grip here on the side, and you can see it actually wearing in your sports bag if you want. But to me, this is an absolutely perfect fragrance for springtime. Why? It is, as I say, floral, fresh, soapy. How does it achieve that? It has, the freshness comes here in this fragrance definitely from the rosemary and orange blossom. Okay, there are some aquatic type of sea notes in there, kind of vaguely, but they are present. But to me, rosemary and orange blossom are definitely there. It's a strange combination, but it's there. And geranium doing a fantastic job here, creating together with the other two this amazing sort of floral bouquet or floralish bouquet, because you have some what I love, you have some nutmeg giving it spice. Yeah, and that's it. There's maybe some woody notes and maybe some kind of bit incensey stuff going on there as well. But overall, to me, this is a bright, floral, and soapy, slightly soapy fragrance. As I say, perfect for spring. And I have to applaud Ted Lapidus, the house of Ted Lapidus, because this is not something that anybody would expect to be released around 2015 or in these years, because this is very, very much reminiscent of the great floral fragrances of the past. There are good few male floral fragrances that could come to your mind. For example, Insensé by Givenchy, although that's a slightly different direction here, but the most obvious comparison to this one could be the 1979 release by the house of Nino Cerruti. And I'm talking about this fantastic fragrance here. This has been released in 1979. It goes along the same lines as Lapidus Pour Homme Sport. Maybe this one here, the Nino Cerruti one, is soapier. So this is the most soapy, obviously floral, and probably more natural smelling. The current one I'm reviewing here, Lapidus Pour Homme Sport, is a bit on the synthetic side, okay? Not as fine-tuned maybe as this beauty from 1979, but definitely along those classy floral ways of the Cerruti. And in regards to performance, again, I mean, we are spoiled by the house of Ted Lapidus for their tremendous performance, for the fragrances performing tremendously, okay? This is an absolute stunner. Again, 2-3 sprays are well enough to support you throughout the day with this fantastic floral bouquet with a bit of, fresh, soapy, aquatic or sea-themed kind of vibes, even a bit, maybe here and there, a few smoky kind of undertones, but very vaguely, at least on my skin. But the performance lasts you throughout the day with those few sprays, okay? In terms of age, anybody who is a great fan of classy floral fragrances should give this a go. You will love this. If you're looking for something citrus, minty, aquatic, vetiver, easygoing sports fragrance, this will turn out to be cloying for you, because this is it's fresh, but in an unexpected way, unexpected these days, today, this day and age, okay? And I like how Ted Lapidus is sticking to the roots, because you could not, spit on your own image, releasing something that is absolutely way away of the classy Lapidus in terms of being a pure class act. If this would be some watered down citrusy version of whatever, some faceless, boneless stuff, that would be spitting in the face of this classy Ted Lapidus Pour Homme from '87, but it's not. It is a absolutely great flanker and a modern flagship for the house of Ted Lapidus. As I say, maybe the only thing that I can say is that the name Sport is kind of misleading. Bloom, if I would have done the marketing, I would have called this Ted Lapidus Pour Homme Bloom, because of this fantastic floral, fresh, slightly soapy, slightly sea-themed bouquet. It is so brave, so joyful, so positive, so bright. It's like sunshine on a field of flowers. Really, this is how it smells. Very clean as well. Extremely clean, extremely bright. Yes, it is a good touch synthetic, but somehow in a funky way. Okay, somehow in a good way, in a way that just says, yes, here I am, I have backbone, I'm floral in 2015, and I have the balls to be floral in 2015. So if you like me, go ahead with me. That's the kind of message that I get from Ted Lapidus Pour Homme Sport. And also, it's, to me, again, it's very French. It has this French, actually, again, here, I think women could wear this as well, because it again has this floral, feminine touch to it as well. It's not strikingly masculine, this fragrance, not necessarily for boys only, right? And same way I was comparing this to the female Poison from Christian Dior. It has many facets of that, especially the complexity. Here, the floral bouquet, the floral aspects, the way it's coming across could be easily worn by a girl or a woman, because it's just fit into this great picture that you, if you close your eyes, you see in front of you this bright fields of flowers and freedom, and the sun is shining, and the trees are blooming, and it's just the springtime approaching, and everybody would love to smell this, to wear this, and to smell this around you for your loved ones to appreciate that. I don't think it's a clubbing fragrance. I don't necessarily think that it's a workplace fragrance, but it's more sort of a casual, outdoorsy fragrance, because in closed rooms, this might be a bit too aggressively floral, especially if you overspray. If you just spray 1 or 2 sprays, it's going to be delicate floral. If you overspray, it's going to be overpoweringly floral. Okay, so I would use this in my free time in the outdoors, and it will linger. Boy or girl, man or woman, absolutely genderless fragrance, and a modern time floral masterpiece from the house of Ted Lapidus, Lapidus Pour Homme Sport. Thanks very much. That was Chris yet again from Sandland, and I'll be back with more. Looking forward to the springtime to come. For the springtime to come. Oh yes.